the dramatic comeback against Washington, and you guys have had a few games where you've trailed or been tied in the third. Why do you think you've been able to sort of stay in those games? Not just stay in them, but obviously pull out points in a lot of them.
Well, the first few games, like you said, we've come back, I think 6 or 7 times this year. So when you start doing that, you start to get confidence in yourselves to be able to go do it. And we were down 3-1 here going into the third, and we were still pretty up in here. We knew we had to push a little bit more, but we stayed confident, we stayed upbeat, and everybody just went out there and did their job, and a couple really nice plays to find the tie.
And it seems to your either goaltender, they're never letting in that one that maybe puts it out of reach or is deflating.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge part of it too. When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you still need some stops, and Mikko was huge, making I think a big 2-on-1 stop there, and a couple others. So you definitely need that, and then that kind of boosts you, and you keep pushing even more.
You talked about feeling upbeat after that second period. Was there anything said during the intermission?
Well, we're always talking, we're always chatting, just little tweaks there. But for the most part, it's just we know what we have to do. We obviously don't want to play high risk. We just got to keep pushing, put pucks on net, and we had the right mentality going to that third period.
Throughout the year, you guys have talked about making this a tough place to play. So far, 5-0. What's allowed you guys to find success at home so far?
Again, confidence goes a long way. The belief in here that we can go and win every game, and also this is our home rink. We want to make it tough for teams to come in, and we established that right from the beginning of the season in exhibition. So it's been good so far, but we got to keep that going.
You guys are welcoming a Panthers team that does have some firepower with Sasha Barkov and Huberdeau, who have been off to terrific starts. So what's the dynamic you're not hoping to see, but you're expecting to see tomorrow?
Yeah, we know that they're a highly skilled team, and like you said, they got some weapons that we got to make sure that we know who's out there and who we're playing against. But for the most part, we got to worry about ourselves and make sure we have that kind of that same mentality we had against Washington, where they have some great players on that team too. So try to contain as much as we can, but obviously they can't do much if we're playing in the O-zone. So that's always the goal and one of the big keys.
For stretches against Washington, Ryan, it seemed like nobody was going to beat Braden Holtby at times. He was just phenomenal in the first 40 minutes. What's the secret when you're playing a goalie against that? Do you just keep trying to funnel shots on?
Yeah, you can't get frustrated. You got to keep putting pucks on net, and a lot of the times it's going to be the second, third opportunities that go in on. And it didn't really work out like that last game, but we still had to put lots of pressure on, and eventually something's got to go in. So we just got to keep fighting and keep battling for it.
Ryan, looking ahead to tomorrow, just matinee games have been kind of difficult for the team in the past couple of years. Just what is it about the matinee matchups that get them off?
I don't know. I think we've been a little hit or miss, but it's definitely a different aspect. You're not in your normal game day routine, so you got to get used to that. I know out west we don't play near as much as out east, so we're not quite as used to it. But you got to find the routine. For myself now, it's been many years, so I kind of have a routine that I go through on afternoon games. So everybody should be ready to go, and it's always fun playing those, especially like Sunday afternoon.